All right, here we are right in front of my house. I'm trying to grow this Schisandra. This looked like a good sheltered position. You can see when we had that 19 degrees, we took it down and laid it on the ground. Some of it still got frozen where it wasn't covered up, but some of it's looking good. I'm hoping that these are going to be clusters of fruit. We'll see. This is definitely a female, so if those got pollinated, we'll get little clusters of berries in another month or two. This is a beautiful plant of Daphne. It's super aromatic all winter long. Well, not all winter, March and April. Great big pink flowers, smell really, really good. I'm going to try this Saducci, I think. It's another citrus that's possibly hardy, similar to the Yuzu Ichandrin. We got a hops that's meant to climb all the way up to the balcony, hopefully. You can see how well the ramps are increasing. These are all ramps. None of them planted by me. I planted ramps quite a ways away, and they're spreading all over the more moist parts of the garden, which is super exciting. Here's some more of the Himalayan May Apple. I don't know why this one has the variegated leaf and the other one doesn't. They both are presumably the same species, Podophyllum hexandrum or Emodi, depending on what you read. This little ferny looking stuff is Squirrel Corn. I don't see any blooms. Related to Corydalus, related to Dicentra. It has a little yellow tuber that looks identical to the Corydalus yanhusuo, which is the main pain relieving herb in Chinese medicine, and I think this is probably a good candidate to be a substitute for that in our native flora. Somebody needs to do some trials with it. It had a folk named Stagger Balls. So obviously, like everything else in the poppy families, affecting the central nervous system. I see little columbine seedlings all over in here. I just saw, where did it go now? Some Scutellaria lateriflora, our native skullcap, a very good sedative herb. Gosh, no, I've misplaced it. Here it is. It's all over here. It spreads underground by the roots like mint. As long as it's wet, if we have a drought year, 90% of it will disappear. Pretty shallow rooted, those little running roots. Hey, Mahonia. Grape holly. It's not a holly and it's not a grape. It's actually in the barberry family. It has yellow roots. You can use it as a berberine plant. Nice evergreen, broadleaf evergreen. They get pretty beat up over the winter. Bloom very early, nice for your bees. You can do stuff with the fruit. Not really great for eating out of hand, but you could make mead out of it, for example. Some interesting Chinese Solomon seals pushing up, and some variegated Solomon seals also from China. This is one of the epimediums that's used as yin yang huo. This is Epimedium wushanense. This is one of the most thorny looking one, prickly looking ones, so it's not really that sharp. There is a whole lot of Zingiber. Where is it? I thought it was pushing up. Myoga ginger. There's a very large patch of it in here. Thought I saw it pushing up the other day, but maybe not quite yet. It's all in this area. The only really hardy ginger. Yeah, here it is. Just starting to emerge. There's more. It's all around here. The part you eat is the little flower clusters, which are right at the base of the plant. They don't use the roots on this species. Some May apple, some more currants. This is going to be aconite, futsa, another clump of it there. Some Tradicentia, Spiderwort, edible. This, almost all the campanulas are edible. It's a nice peony bichow, albiflora or lactiflora. Another one of the Medicinal Epimediums. And here, these Solomon seals are Chinese. They're the medicinal species Yuzu. It's a yin tonic in Chinese medicine. They don't get all that tall. That's another one of the Medicinal Epimediums. This one's not very showy in flower. Just has these tiny little flowers. This is Sagittatum, I believe. But the foliage, obviously quite attractive, especially at this time of year.